Hello, folks. Welcome to today's football predictions of BetCars. Another very beautiful Monday morning and a new week. And once again, we're back with our predictions as usual. All right. We always look at football matches that are going on across the globe, and we select a few of these matches and look into them before bringing it forward for you. And we actually look at the recent matches that they had using those previous match that they had as our data. We use it to come up with the best possible value for each of these matches. All right, that's what we do on a daily basis, and we're going to do that in a short while. But I want to, also remind you for those of us who have not yet to join our VIP membership, remember to join so that you encourage us as to do that. All right, and remember also you can get the link to access our VIP membership games through the description of this very video. Also, you can as well, access that wherever you see join or subscribe button on this very video, right? That can lead you to, our VIP membership. Remember to join VIP special. That's where we put up games that we believe to be, closer to signing or coming out correctly. All right. That being said, without further ado, we head to the business of today, and we start our game for today with a game in Russia Premier League where we have Orenburg. We're facing CSK Moscow. And looking at the stats for each of these two sides, you could see that for the home side, Orenburg, one win and two draws, as well as three losses in the last six matches. And away side, CSK Moscow winning four matches and drawing two out of the last six games that they had in recent times. And when you look at how the two teams fared from home and away perspective, you can see that Orenburg, the home side, have actually won three matches and three draws. They've also lost four games in the last 10 home matches that they had. In away side, CSK Moscow is the side that have actually had five victories from the last 10 away matches. They've also had four draws as well as one loss in the last 10 away game. That loss came against the strongest side in the league, which was Zenit St. Petersburg on that very occasion. All right. And the last time both teams met, it was in April. It was CSK Moscow who actually won against this very Orenburg side from away on that very occasion by 2-0. Prior to that, we also saw CSK Moscow beating this very side by 5-1. So here we are expecting a win for the away side and CSK Moscow, to win out shortly. That's what we expect for this very one. All right. And we head to the next for today. It is in Latvia. First division will have Tokuma who will be coming up against Groina. And when you look at the stats for each of these two sides, you can see Tokuma winning two matches and a draw, and also losing three games in the last six matches that they have so far. And Groina, on the other hand, the away side, managing one win and five losses out of the last six games that they had so far. Okay, and comparing the two teams on head to home and away perspective, you can say Chuchov's the home side have managed one win and four draws. They've actually managed two wins and four draws in the last 10 home matches. They've also lost 4 matches out of those 10. Okay, and for Groina, their away side, have won just once and had two draws, but have lost 7 games out of the last 10 away matches that they had so far. And on head-to-head basis, the last time they met, it was Groina who played from home and they won against Tuchums by 2-0. That was in May of this very year. But prior to that, we saw Tuchums beating this very side in April by 2-0, rather. And each time, also noticed from the meetings, we could see that Tuchums, each time they're playing from home, they actually had the upper hand against the Groina. So we are going with the home side to not lose here. We expect to see the home side Tuchums to either win or draw in under 4.5. Right, that's our value for that very one. All right, and that will definitely take us to the next for today. It is in Poland, League One, where we have Pushka Diplomas coming up against Russia Chuchov. Okay, and we look at the stats for each side. You could see that Pushka's the home side, it is one victory and three draws, as well as two losses. And away side Roch have had 4 draws out of the last 6 matches, and also they've had 2 losses. When you look at how these two teams fared from home and away perspective, you can see the home side have actually managed 2 victories and 3 draws. They've also lost 5 matches out of the last 10 home games that they had. And away side Roch, on the other hand, have been able to achieve 5 victories from away, 2 draws, as well as 3 losses in the last 10 away matches that they had so far. Okay. On head-to-head basis, the last time they met, it was a 1-1 draw. It happened in club friendly. That was earlier this month. We saw them playing out a 1-1 draw, and prior to that, we also saw the home side, playing from away on that very occasion, winning by 1-0. But here we are going with the away side, Roch, who have actually done very well, winning 5 matches from away and only losing 3 games in the last 10 away games. So we do expect to see a result for the away side in this very encounter, and we are going with the away side to, either win or draw, and under 4.5. So away win or draw and under 4.5. That's what we expect for this very one. Okay. And the next, which will be the last for today, is in Swedish first division, where we have a Norrköping coming up against a Värnamo. And when you look at the stats, you could see that the home side, Norrköping, is 1 win and 2 draws, as well as 3 losses. And Värnamo, on the other hand, have one win, 3 draws. Also, they've had 2 losses in the last recent 6 matches. All right. And when you look at how the two teams fared from home and away perspective, you can see playing from home, Norrköping, the home side, have had 3 victories and 2 draws. They've also lost 5 matches out of those recent 10 home matches that they had. And Venlo, on the other hand, have not been able to win a single match in the last 10 away games that they had. They've only managed 3 draws, but have also lost 7 games out of those recent 10 away matches that they had so far. That's not a very good result for the away side. They've not been doing so very well. Even when you look at the home performances, the last 10 home games that they had, saw them winning just 2, and they also had 4 draws out of the last 10 home matches, and they've lost 4 games as well in the last 10 home games. So we put all this together. Also, when you look at the home side, we could see that they've managed 3 victories rather from home. And when you look at how they fared on head-to-head basis, you could see that the last time they met, it was a Norrköping who actually won on that very occasion by 3-1 against this very side. And we saw Norrköping also beating this very side in January of this very year by 1-0. So as a matter of fact, the last 3 meetings between the two sides have actually seen Norrköping winning each time both teams met. But also in 2024, we saw Värnamo beating this very side from away by 4-0 on that very occasion. All right, and when we put all that together, noting the fact that we have seen Norrköping win this very side 6 times out of the last 10 head-to-head meeting between the two sides, and also Värnamo winning on 2 occasions. Okay, and the other 2 being a draw. So here we are going with the home side to achieve a better result. Here we expect to see Norrköping, the home side, winning out shortly here. So it is home side to win. That's our value for that very one. All right, and that concludes it for us today. Wish you the very best of luck and hope your ticket goes green. Also remember to play responsibly, as these are football games. All right, and sometimes it may not be exactly what it seems. Some other factors might come in and affect the game. And I always hammer on this very particular aspect. Do always play with what you can afford to lose. If you can't lose it, don't ever use it to play. All right, that being said, tomorrow is another day and we're back with our predictions. Also remember that the render of these very predictions will be on our VIP special group. Do endeavor to join through the link in the description of this very video, or anywhere you see, subscribe or join around this very video. Right, that being said, tomorrow is another day and we'll be back, but until that time, keep winning.